Valerie Womble with Exit One Stop Realty.
And I'm Walter Collins with Exit One Stop Realty.
And we're here for your June 2021 market update. Walter, we have a lot of the same stuff going on. We say that every month, but some things are kind of shifting a little bit. We're starting to see a little bit more inventory come on the market and things kind of changing. And also it's kind of that time of year. So I'm going to go through the stats and then you can kind of tell us what all of it means. So,
all right.
Our average days on market has dropped 66%. That's probably the biggest change we have in the market right now. June last year, our average days on market was 42 days, and right now it's only 14 days, which is insane to think about. But they hit the market, and if you're ready to buy, you better be ready.
Yeah.
So that's just kind of how that goes right now. Sold listings is up only 1%, and I think that's really because of the inventory being so low. There are tons of buyers out there that are ready to buy, so that's kind of what is reflecting that. And then as far as pending listings, we were down 7%. We were down 49% on active listings. And Walter, you can kind of explain why the inventory is so low and what we think is happening. And then new listings, we were up 10%. So you can kind of see that change happening.
Yeah, there's been a lot of talk that inventory is going to start loosening up, and we're starting to see some signs of that. I think the big reason that there was a shift in the pending listings compared to last year is, if you remember of last year, May, we were coming out of that pandemic.
Right.
Everything started getting back to normal. So that's where we saw the pending contracts in June.
Yep.
So there's not a lot of big difference from last year to this year in that. But we are, like you had mentioned, starting to see some more inventory, but the days on market are low.
Right.
So if you're 14 days on market, that means to tell me that if you're not receiving an offer within 2 weeks, you probably have overpriced your home.
Right.
But we'd love to be able to sit down and show you more specifically how your house can fit into these categories in the different areas of town, because it is a little different depending on where you go. But as Valerie said, there's a lot of buyers out there. There's a lot of pent-up demand. We were able to listen to a podcast on Monday, and the National Association of Realtors chief economist said that one of the biggest things is there's been a lot of pent-up demand from the pandemic. Now that we're coming out of that and the people being able to work wherever they want, there is a lot of buyer demand out there that we haven't even seen yet. So if you're thinking about selling, now's a great time. But as always, it's still a great time to buy.
Right.
You know, if you think about it, if we told you this 6 months ago, it's a great time to buy with interest rates down, you would also have about 15% equity from where you bought 6 months ago.
Right, yeah, they're saying, like, one of the stats I didn't share is the median sales price has gone up 18.63% since this time last year.
There you go.
And once we were talking about the podcast that we watched about the bold predictions that are coming up with the market, and they're saying that it's going to keep trickling up. This is not a bubble. This is what we keep hearing in our industry, is that, you know, that's kind of been a rumor that's going around. Are we in another bubble? And we just don't see it happening like that. We don't have the lender problems that we had in the past when in 06 and 07 when that happened. So it's a different market, and I think we're going to see it keep creeping up. So if you're buying, I know that it is a very aggressive time to buy, but I don't know that that's going to change anytime soon. So,
no, it goes back to supply and demand. On the news the other day, they were talking about the gas prices still higher. It's about supply.
Right.
And that's the same with the housing market. There is a low supply, there's a lot of demand. So at this point, prices will continue to rise. Yeah. I do feel like they won't rise as fast as they have the last 6 months because we're starting to get some inventory,
right,
but they are going to continue to rise. So it's a good time. Whether you're a buyer or seller, reach out to us. We'd love to help you.
Absolutely. Happy July.